Hey, what's up, everybody? Silver has been taking a huge beating, and in this video, I would like to give you my opinion as to why I believe that is, where I think silver is going to be headed, how far is silver going to fall. Please hit that thumbs up button on this video and let's talk about this. So I believe there is a trend, and I'm going to talk to you right now about that trend. When silver is performing at its best and when silver is performing at its very worst, I believe most of it has to do with the interest rates. What the Federal Reserve is doing with interest rates. When silver is performing at its very best, interest rates are low, close to zero. When silver is not performing well, interest rates are usually creeping up. And that's exactly what I believe is happening right now in 2022 is interest rates are going up, and that's the reason for the most part. There's other factors involved as well, but I think the bulk of the reason is rising interest rates. I believe there is a trend, and that's what we're going to talk about. So last time silver, not in 2020 or 2021, but prior to that, the last time silver was in its bull run was in 2011. In 2011, silver shot up to about $50 an ounce. Silver performed very well in 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. In 2015, silver did, I believe, fall back down to about $15, $16 an ounce. I bought my very first tube of American Silver in 2015, and I paid about $350 for that tube of American Silver Eagles. What happened in 2015 when silver came back down to the mid-teens? Interest rates went up. Now, they didn't go up by much. Between 2008 and 2014, interest rates were pretty much zero. I believe they were at 0.25%, but pretty much zero. In 2015, the Fed chair at the time, Janet Yellen, increased interest rates by 0.25%. You may be saying to yourself, 0.25%, not that much. But how markets generally work is they're thinking about what are they going to do next? How many more interest rate increases are there going to be? It turned out there wasn't any for a whole year. However, the markets at the time did not know that. So silver went back down to about $15, $16 an ounce in 2015. For the majority of 2016, silver was doing all right because there was no interest rate increases for the majority of 2016. And silver, I do believe, held its own above $20 or right around 20, but also above $20 an ounce. Then came around 2017. In 2017, for the majority of 2017 and 2018, silver was pretty much plateaued at $15 to $16 an ounce. What happened in 2017 and in 2018? There was a ton of interest rate increases. In 2017, there was 3 interest rate increases. In March of 2017, interest rates were increased to 1%. In June of 2017, interest rates were increased to 1.25%. In December of 2017, interest rates were increased to 1.5%. Those rate increases was by Janet Yellen, I do believe. In 2018, Jerome Powell took over as Fed chair, and then he continued those rate increases. In March of 2018, Jerome Powell increased interest rates to 1.75%. June of 2018, interest rates were increased to 2%. September of 2018, interest rates were increased to 2.25%. And then in December of 2018, interest rates were increased to 2.5%. At that time, President Trump said enough is enough. I remember it like it was yesterday. He said if you would stop increasing interest rates, the stock market would be stronger. because those interest rates were not only having an impact on silver, but it was also having an impact on the stock market. The stock market was going lower, silver was going lower. No markets like increased interest rates. Jerome Powell, after that rate increase in December of 2018, he said, I'm not going to do any more rate increases. However, when those rate increases were going on, silver was pretty much between $15 and $16 an ounce. Sometimes it touched 14, but it was mainly between $15 and $16 an ounce for about 2 years while they were increasing those interest rates. In 2019, the Fed started taking interest rates back down. And what did we see in 2019? Silver went back up to $17 an ounce. Silver went back up to $18 an ounce. I know a lot of us in this community was complaining, silver's too high. Why is silver going up? Silver was going up because the interest rates were coming back down. 2019, August of 2019, Jerome Powell decreased interest rates from 2.5% to 2.25%. In September of 2019, interest rates were decreased to 2%. In October of 2019, interest rates were decreased to 1.75%, and silver started to move back up in 2019. Then we hit 2020, and everybody knows what happened in 2020. We had that pandemic, and once again, interest rates eventually went back down to zero or close to zero or negative interest rates. But whatever the case may be, interest rates went back down. Why does silver love it when interest rates are at zero? In my opinion, it's because people buy more stuff, people buy more industrial stuff, people buy more cars, people buy more cell phones, people buy more houses, because when interest rates are low, loan interest rates are low. Most people in this country, in the United States, does not pay with cash. Most people pay on credit. When you pay on credit and you have higher interest rates, well, your payments are higher. When you have low interest rates and you're paying on credit, well, your payments are lower. And interest rates are going up, and with silver being primarily an industrial metal, when interest rates are going up and a lot of people stop buying stuff because they can't afford those higher payments, silver comes down because manufacturing tends to slow down when the interest rates go back up. When interest rates come down, people buy more things usually, and the price of silver goes up because there's more cars being made, there's more cell phones being made, everything that uses silver, there's more of that stuff being made. And that is why I do believe that silver right now is being destroyed. That is because of the increased interest rates. The so-called reason for the increase in interest rates is to head off inflation. A lot of the experts are saying in order to really do that, you have to raise interest rates up to where inflation is, and I do believe inflation is somewhere around 8%. A lot of these so-called experts are saying that the interest rates are going to have to go up to 8%. If that's the case, and in my opinion, if they're going to increase interest rates at or near 8%, I think we have a ways for silver to fall, and that is my opinion. Could we see silver get down to $16 an ounce? In my opinion, and nothing in this video is financial advice, this is all just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think $16, $17 silver. Could we go lower? Maybe, I don't know. But I do think that $16, $17 silver, if interest rates keep going up, and I believe it's a good possibility on this next turnaround when the Fed announces interest rate increases, we could see another 0.5%, maybe 0.75%. I don't know, but I think silver is going to fall a lot more if we keep on seeing the higher interest rates. And that is what I think the majority of what we're seeing in the silver market a little bit less than the gold. Gold's not going down as much as silver because gold is not the industrial metal that silver is. Gold is hoarded by banks and countries because it's money. Silver is primarily an industrial metal. When the industry is suffering, when cars are not being made, when people are not buying cars, people are not buying all the stuff that uses silver, then the silver price comes down. That's why I think we are seeing the price of silver moving the way it is. And I think we could continue to see this downward trend if the interest rates keep going up. That's my opinion. Let me know what your opinions are in the comment section down below. Please give me your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. I appreciate everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.